Yeah, so kind of like the timeline shift segues into topic number two, like your identity shift. Because when people say, like, oh, I could just jump here and, oh, I'm a new version of myself, I'm a new Randy, like that does not happen like that. It is gradual changes. Your energy has to shift and adjust. And like Crystal says, you make a new decision, you do a new thing, your energy shifts and adjusts. Like you're slowly becoming the version of you that you want, the manifestations that you want. It's just not like all of a sudden I'm a new version of myself. I'm still me. Like, you know, that new identity thing. Everyone just says you can just swap, like exactly like the timeline thing, you know?
I think like
You're still
sometimes
here.
yeah, I think there are certain circumstances where it's instantaneously, but no, unless you've experienced a death, I don't think that it's ever instantly.
No, because like I'll take Crystal and I for an example. Crystal and I were not online entrepreneurs. You were entrepreneur yourself in a different origin. I was an entrepreneur myself with Darren. Like we both worked our husbands, right? You and I working together, you and I starting an online business and programs to work with people with our energy. That wasn't us, you know? Like we
Yeah.
had to build with that. We had to create this new identity. Do you think it felt so awkward and weird showing up online together and doing those? Like it just it's not like, oh my God, I'm just now I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur and I have like this successful business. Like, no, like
Remember when we first talked about it? I said you could be the face, you could go online, and I'll just like hide in the shadows. I didn't want to be online at
I was
all.
like, fuck that. Bullshit. I'm no way. But like think about how much we've grown since we started this. Like it wasn't instantly. Like look how many times we recorded things and look how much we've
Uh,
changed our courses and we've learned and we're growing and expanding and learning behind the scenes that you guys don't see, the tech side of things and all the stuff. Like it's taken, we've been doing this for 3.5 years, almost
yeah.
4, almost 4 years. And like we are different people than we were 4 years ago, but the full version that Crystal and I see and like we want to manifest that, I guess I want to say, we're not quite there yet, but we're building up to that.
Yep.
So it's not instantly because like if I got asked to do some crazy thing right now for the business and we've never done it before, it's gonna feel weird, foreign, uncomfortable, exciting, like now we're getting used to being online and doing that stuff. So it's like easier for us.
It was like,
Yeah.
especially for me to shift out of mom mode and always in mom mode, like, and
Mhm.
dropping everything the minute my kids called to saying, "Hey, wait, could you wait an hour? Randy and I are gonna record." Like, that was a
Yeah.
huge, huge thing for me to shift in my life,
Yeah.
to make room for Amria in my life. Like, to go from dream to allowing her to have space, and
Yes.
the space for us to work and having the value, as important as anything else.
Yeah.
It didn't happen overnight.
No. And don't get us wrong. Sometimes we get, what would you say, frustrated
Yeah.
or in our heads. Sometimes we doubt things too. And like you guys, this is what we do. Like but we're human. And we do have those moments and like, okay. I don't know
Well,
what
that's where you
we're
have to
doing.
have like a skill set, right? To fall back on, or
Yes.
things that you have a go to. So when you catch yourself, you can go, all right, this, and you implement those things in your life.
Yes. That
Like I
goes back to the
instantly kind of go sage first,
yes.
sit quietly, and I do my visualization to raise my vibration and just kind of shut out the noise. Like you do your yoga nidra to
Yeah, like I
quiet everything in your world.
yeah, so that's like what I was talking about earlier about your environment and setting my space. So I'll go in there, I'll do some yoga, or I'll just sit and down and meditate, or I'll go in nature. Like I need to walk, like a hike or a walk, and then come do that. Like I need to get out of my head and be in a calm environment. So,
So then if you do that, if you have just a space in your home, like, if you, and I mean, this is just, I'm asking a question, but if you have just a space to go, like you go into your office or your
mhm,
space and you do your thing, then the minute you walk out of your space, does the rest of it not hit you like a motherfucker again?
not all the time. No, No, not all the time. Cause like I'm more connected, I'm more grounded. Like the stuff is still there, obviously, but my perspective changed. I
Mm.
look at things differently. I can handle things differently. And then I know what's truth, what's not truth. I don't always base everything by my emotions, where if I'm not connected, I base all my life decisions on my emotions, which emotions are temporary, like
Yeah.
so I can handle it differently. Yes, the same shit is there, but it's different. As when I'm not connected, oh my gosh, it's like not theatrical, but like it feels shitty. It feels worse than it actually is. You
Yeah.
know? If that, yeah. So yeah. Well, I was gonna ask you too though, have you, because you had quite, when people are doing a new identity and becoming a new version of themselves and the manifestations they want to receive, because every time you receive a manifestation, you do change a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah. Because
Like
it's
your
just like,
identity changes.
"Yes,"
Yeah.
like, "I did this, I can do this," and your confidence goes up, and you're
Yeah.
just like, "Yes," and, yeah, it shifts something in you, and then it's just like, "This is real, I can do this." There's that connection piece that comes in that little bit stronger, just that nail just goes a little bit deeper, and you're like, "Got it."
Yeah. So for the people who are trying to do like fast, quick identity upgrade, I guess how you want to call it, the newer version of yourself, like I feel like you have a time to grieve for yourself. So the
You
like
do.
because like I I still have old version myself and I have the new version, like the future version I can see and feel and connect with, but I'm like kind of sometimes in that middle mode and then I go up a little bit and then that's my new middle mode, or sometimes like I catch myself jumping back
Well,
too,
so
like
2
the
steps
old
forward,
Randy.
1 step back, 2
Yes.
steps forward, 1 step back, and I think that's just part of life.
Yeah.
You're always going to do that until you reach a point where you're so far past,
Ahead. Yeah.
you're never g okay, well, okay, here, think about you in your 20s, you're never gonna go back, like, your energy can't go back, you're not gonna go back to those patterns, you're not gonna go back to those beliefs. You've gone so far ahead that you're
Mhm.
never going to come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was a gradual process of you evolving and shifting into who you are.
Yes, and like 30s Randy is different than 40s Randy, but 40s Randy is still kind of connected to the 30s. Like, yeah, I'm in that middle zone now where I'm trying to do.
But you're not
Yeah.
very far into your 40s.
No,
Yeah.
no. So that's how I see it. I feel like you're grieving your old identity and the new one is kind of becoming like it's foreign, it's different, it's uncomfortable because it's new. But when you're doing that and you hear and you talk to people, Crystal, who instantly shifted their identity. Like, some people walk up the next day, they put on a new suit and they're going to do this new thing, and this is who they are now. That instant mode, what do you feel like that does to people?
I think that you could fake it in the moment. Like, you
Yeah.
could put on the business suit, you can walk through that door and you can interview and you can just claim that job. But then I think the minute you come home, I think your
Mhm.
insecurities will set in, because you haven't done the work. You'll be like, "Oh my God, what have I done? Can I do this?" That,
Say that's more than you can chew.
yeah.
No, is that what you're trying to say? Yeah.
The what?
Is that what you're trying to say?
The which one? What'd you say?
You bit off more than you can chew.
Yeah, or, oh, what is that? Where you feel fake.
Imposter syndrome.
Yes, that's the one. And then
Yeah.
I think you feel some of that. And I think that you will fight and you will have some internal battles that you have to deal with. I think anybody can put on a disguise and
Mhm.
fake it for an hour or two, or, maybe a day, maybe a week. But unless your patterns and your behaviors and some of that old energy is cleaned up, some cords cut, different decisions, yeah, you will fall back into.
They'll self-sabotage.
Yeah, and I think that honestly, the easiest way that that does not happen is by having that connection to your guides and asking them, that checking in with yourself every single day and checking in with them. And then honoring that information though and following that. And every day your energy shifts a little bit and a little bit. Like, yeah, like when I quit smoking, that was brutal. That was a massive identity crisis for me.
And that was
And
fast. You just cold turkey.
I decided on Wednesday, and I had, like, I was okay, I was, like, almost a pack a day smoker. I decided on Wednesday, I counted out how many cigarettes I had, and I thought I would kinda wean myself, and then Friday morning, I was cold turkey. And I hurry up, I was just, like, in my mind, it was like, "Hurry up and do it before you get cold feet." And then that first day was just brutal, like, um, I was just kinda, like, in shock, and
Mhm.
I meditated almost for 3 days straight, basically was how I survived it.
Yeah.
I drank, lots of tea, I meditated, and I ate gross diabetic candies when I had a nicotine craving because I thought that I could reprogram my brain, right? Like, if it wanted a
Yeah,
craving,
yeah,
give it something I absolutely hated.
yeah.
And I had, like, jalapenos waiting, in case, because I
Ah,
don't like those. And, yeah, and, but then after that, I didn't realize how much of my world revolved around smoking. Like,
right. Yeah,
yeah, like, if I'd go here, I'd have to plan to have a cigarette. Like, I got to plan to have a cigarette here and there and all of my time because I had 3 kids. So I couldn't just be like smoking wherever.
yeah.
I had to be like, and I was a little bit of a closet smoker. So I had to really carefully plan where I could sneak in a pack of cigarettes a day. It took a lot of ninja skills.
Energy. But, like, could you imagine if you didn't take those 3 days to just meditate, drink tea, and know, like, the people that do that quick shift and not take that time, you would have started smoking again.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, Yeah.
But then the real work came like, so it wasn't like the addiction part of it, like that kind of really went away. But it was the identity crisis. Like,
Yes.
when you'd have people over and it'd be like, "Let's go out for a smoke." Was like, "I don't smoke
Habitual
anymore."
too, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's just both combined. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
I think that was honestly one of my hugest identity shifts. I didn't realize how much I identified as a smoker until I wasn't.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Because I guess, like, right now or, like, back in the things yeah, that's impressive because, like, right now I'm trying to switch my identity to, like we talk about my love for wine, right? Like, that I'm trying to shift that new identity, but it's hard because, like, I'm Randy, I like wine, I have wine with supper, is it like, but it's hard to shift that identity because I'm just a person who drinks, like, that's who I am, you know?
But it's also different for you right now because you are starting perimenopause, and then those
Yes.
feel-good hormones go away,
I know, so
and the
I
wine
want
makes you
to.
feel good, so then it
I
plays in
know.
your head in a different way, right?
You guys, I just found this out. So I was at the doctor and the pharmacist, and like, because I'm like, I want to drink more all the time. Like, I don't like, I just want alcohol. Like, I think about it. I'm like, oh my God, do I have a fucking issue? Like, I'm kind of nervous here. And like, I haven't bought wine in a long time because if it's in the house, I will just, I will have it. And I could easily just do it every day because I was like, what is happening? Like, why am I craving alcohol so much? And I was thinking, okay, it's crystal night. I'm getting more into energy and maybe I'm trying to mask and hide things again like I did in my 20s, right? And 30s. That's kind of why I started drinking was to like numb that energetic spiritual world out. So I'm like, oh, maybe that's why. And then the doctor and the pharmacist was like, it's because you're in perimenopause. They're like, you're not depressed, but you're not happy, correct? I'm like, yeah, sometimes, yeah. They're like, well, your joy is gone, your things are gone. And when women in perimenopause have like even one or two drinks, the old versions of themselves come back where they feel that joy again and things that they used to feel joy in and da 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 da. Da. I was like, oh my fucking God, thank God. Because thought I was like having problems. And then next thing you know, all I see is all these other women saying the same thing. Like, all I want to do is have drinks. Like, it's crazy. I'm like, that should be a warning label when you're in perimenopause. Be aware. Like it just because it messed with my head. Like, how many times did I come to you like, Crystal, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Well, most women don't
I'm
even know they're
getting
in
nervous.
perimenopause, though. That's part of the problem.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking about that though, right? I wasn't connecting the dots until I'm like, oh, that does make sense. So yes, I'm trying to shift out of that, but it's a struggle right now. So because my body wants it and my mind wants it, but I don't because I want to, be a different version of myself.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really could be a different version of themselves overnight. Unless
No.
honestly, like, I hate to say this, but, like, unless you're the person that has lost a child, lost a spouse, like, your identity changes instantly.
Yes. Those
And you that gives
unfortunate
you a whole
things.
different problems that you now have to cope with. Um, your identity changes, you're now a widow, and
Yeah.
that's instantaneously, and you don't have any control over that.
Yeah.
I think that's a very different scenario. But just to say, I'm a successful bitch today and I'm putting on my big girl panties and I'm rocking the world. You're probably gonna come home like 8 hours later
Cry.
exhausted.
I cry in a fetal position while you're drinking your wine.
It's normal. So don't let anybody feel like, let you feel
Yeah.
like that is not normal. If you are
Yeah.
struggling, that is going to feel very foreign and you are going to burn out.
Yeah. So just be
And
aware of
it's
that.
yeah.
And give yourself some grace. Like we're like, life can feel ugh sometimes.
I think
Especially when
that's
you're
part
going
of
through
the
the
problem.
transition.
Yeah,
Hmm?
you have so much expectations, right? Like, you've seen all these
Yes.
boss bitches on TikTok rock it,
Yeah.
and, now you're going to go out there and try it yourself, and you're going to come home exhausted and go, "Fuck, is it even worth it?"
Yeah.
Yes, it is, just so you know. It is worth it. You will get there. Just don't expect miracles in one day.
Yeah. That's why, like, I always like following Cody Sanchez because she talks about that all the time. Like, it took her 10 years. And she's like, do you know how many epic fucking fails I've had? She's like, everyone just looks at me and it's like, oh, you're so. She's like, it wasn't overnight. She's like, yeah, one day my whole life changed because she had a huge opportunity. But she took 10 years to, like, make her who she is now. This identity of her now, it took her 10 years. It took her 10 years to change her patterns, her beliefs, to go to the gym, even. She said that was a huge part of it, being healthier and like, it was a whole process. It wasn't
Yeah.
just like, boom, like 10 years. So again, it might not take you 10 years to become the version that you can see and want to be, but just knowing it doesn't happen instantly.
I think
It's
a
not
lot
in
of
my
people, when
control.
you're struggling too, you grasp so many things at once, trying to make something stick, something land. And it's a lot of energy where if you just pick one thing,
Yes.
and it's
Yeah.
okay if it doesn't feel natural and it's not working for you, it's okay to drop it. You don't have to keep going. But I
Yeah.
think that internal dialogue and the dialogue with your guides on the other side will help you determine, once you have that connection to your higher self, if it's going to stick or not stick.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a process. Don't be hard on yourself. Yeah, don't be hard on yourself because I was getting hard on myself and that didn't start to feel good. And then my energy was tanking and my vibration was going down. And it's like, whoa. And then all of a sudden it's like shame and guilt and all these things that's like not necessary.